Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing really well. In this video I will mostly talk about this week's progress and plans for the future and all what I want to improve. So firstly I will start with the runs. In Monday I was for some reason really tired, and that was honestly the first run where it felt more like a chore than me actually enjoying doing it. So I only ran 3 kilometers, and even those 3 kilometers I did with walking breaks because for some reason I was so tired. Like after the first kilometer I felt like I already ran 3 kilometers. Then in Wednesday I managed to do all 3 kilometers continuously without walking breaks, and it was actually a really good pace for myself because I did it in 5 minutes and 49 seconds per kilometer, which is like my fastest 3 kilometers ever. And my plan for today, for Saturday, was to actually, firstly I will address why I'm uploading on Saturday and not on Wednesday, like the first two videos. So that's because in my workout plan, long run is on Saturday, because it basically makes much more sense for me to talk recap of the week in Saturday at the end of the week than in the middle of the week on Wednesday. And now back to the run. I honestly plan today to make my personal best when it comes to the distance. I plan to run like 7 kilometers or at least 6 kilometers. But here is the thing. During the past week I actually kinda ruined again my sleep schedule. Not that much like it was before, but still I was going to bed past midnight and waking up at like 8 or 9 or 10 a.m. So that means that I was always running during the heat, and that was the case today. So I went to run after 9 a.m. and at the beginning the heat wasn't really that bad, but after running 3 kilometers I really felt it. So I kept pushing and managed to do 1 more kilometer, but honestly during the last kilometer my head was literally boiling from the heat. I couldn't stand the heat, so I also started feeling tingles in my head, so I decided that it would be best to stop at 4 kilometers. And I'm sorry if you hear noise because it's really windy outside. So yeah, today's run didn't turn out as I expected, but what can I do? Not every week can I make some personal best. And there's also one more thing that's like a little fail in the previous week, and that's that I still haven't started studying. And there's like multiple reasons why I didn't do it. First thing is procrastination, because I didn't study anything for months. So making a goal for myself to start from not studying at all for months to straight up studying for 8 hours a day wasn't really a smart idea. And I also again started feeling pressure from my OCD, because every time I try to do something good or to start working on myself and improving, the triggers become so much more intense. But I will take a new approach this time. From tomorrow I will start studying, like from the Sunday, I will start studying for at least a little bit. Like I won't put pressure on myself to study for 8 hours straight. And I feel like if I just start studying, it's much easier for me to continue and to put on some hours than if I make like a strong goal. I must study for 8 hours every day. And as I get used to it, in a few days the time of studying will increase. Yeah, that's basically it from studying and running. And there's one more important thing, and that's that today I went to try my maximum pull-ups and push-ups to see where are my abilities right now. And it really isn't that impressive. I did like 3.5 pull-ups, and even those pull-ups weren't like strict and with good form. The range of motion is quite short. I didn't go over chin. It looks like I went just to level of my nose or my mouth. Yeah, I need to work on improving that. And I also did a set of push-ups. And I did only 10 push-ups, and also those push-ups like aren't in great form because it looks like my core isn't moving at all. It just upper body is moving up and down while core is staying in the same point. So I need to work on the form as well. And now for the second part of the video, I will talk just a little bit about myself and about my thoughts during this week. So I started writing a script a few days ago, but honestly that script wasn't really great. I didn't like it because I didn't feel quite good about myself on that day, so I was mostly like talking bad about myself. But I figured that is not the right thing to do, and in order to improve in the future and be a better person, I must accept the way I was in my childhood and the way I am now. So I'll just tell a little bit about the things I wrote in the script while I was feeling down. So I wrote how I'm really awkward, because that's the way I felt when I was watching the videos, and generally I feel like I'm awkward when I talk to someone or anything. As I said, I don't really have a really great social skills, and that contributes to my awkwardness. And I also wrote like some really harsh stuff about myself, like no wonder I have no friends. I couldn't imagine someone wanting to spend time with me and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna talk about myself like that, because I just have to accept that I am the way I am, and to work on improving myself, to be the best that I can be, not to be the best that it's generally possible to be, just to be the best that I can be. And I also wrote some things about how I look, but I would consider myself average. I hope I am average, at least. And also even in elementary school and middle school, I also felt like I was younger than people who were my age, because I sometimes didn't understand things that they were talking about, and only a few years later those things would click for me, like, oh yeah, that's what they were talking about. And but maybe it's just because I was quiet and shy and didn't really like do much. And yeah, those are all the things that I wanted to mention in this video. But the most important thing is that I will definitely start studying tomorrow and Sunday. And also I will start doing strength exercises on Monday. The first day is like upper body, and I will also work on learning to do handstand a little bit. Yeah. I'm not sure if I should make like only updates on my progress when it comes to statistics, like how much pull-ups, push-ups and stuff I can do, or if I also should make progress on how my body improves, like if I'm losing fat, if I'm gaining muscle and stuff. So I decided to actually share how my physique looks right now, because I really like ruining my digital footprint. So yeah, at this point I have higher body fat percentage than I would like to have, and that's particularly seen in my lower abdomen, because that's where most of my fat is stored. Like I have these low handles, and also in my double chin. But besides that, as you can see, I don't really have much muscle. I'm not built right now. As you can see, my head is a little bit forward. Also, I have rounded shoulders, like they are also rounded a little bit forward. And I'm not sure about this one, but it looks like I have a little bit of anterior pelvic tilt, because my hips are like forward, and that makes my stomach look even bigger than it actually is. But I'm no expert, I'm just guessing at this point. So this is how I look like when I'm completely relaxed. If I try to straighten up, and I look a little bit better, but still I need to work on my posture. And that's it when it comes to posture. But also I would obviously like to generally improve my physique to basically look better than I am now. So yeah, that's the starting point, basically. And yeah, that's basically it from this video. So thank you very much for watching, if anyone is watching. But so far no one is really watching, because no one viewed my first two videos. But honestly, I don't mind. I'm making this mostly so I can track my progress, and honestly, if you ask me why would someone watch your videos, I couldn't answer him. Like, if someone finds interesting to listen to the things I talk about, and like my runs and my childhood and my thought process, that would be really surprising, honestly. That's basically it. Bye bye.